Good afternoon. My name is Saria Walters and I work for Good Things Foundation as the Digital Social Inclusion Outreach Manager. For those who don't know, Good Things Foundation is a social change charity and we work directly with community organisations and local businesses to deliver digital inclusion. We refer to them as online centres. We're able to support our online centres network in two ways. We have a free online learning platform called Learn My Way, which guides learners to develop their digital skills, taking them to the basics of their functional skills, like how to use a mouse, to navigating the internet, and then understanding how they can access public services such as universal credit and improving and managing their health online. Secondly, we design and deliver digital social change programs in partnership with governmental and bodies and other funders. And this includes local authorities, the NHS, and we've also worked with Google to develop another online platform called Make It Click, which supports learners to develop the digital skills that will support them in terms of their employability opportunities. Device.now is something that you may have heard of through our emergency response to the COVID. We, in partnership with Future.now, called on for local businesses to donate devices and data, which we were able to give to our online centres, who in turn distributed them to people who were most in need. So, although digital inclusion is very much on the agenda at the moment, Good Things Foundation have been promoting this for numerous years. Currently, there are 7 million people who don't have internet access, and there's 9 million people who are unable to access the internet without support. Good Things Foundation are calling on the government to fix this divide through the digital catch up, which is an ask from the government of £130 million to support people to become digitally active over a 4-year period, and we intend to reach 4.5 million people. And there's also the Data Poverty Lab. We want to co-design with numerous partners to understand what is the best way to get data out to them, to people who are most in need. And then thirdly is the digital strategy. We would like digital inclusion to be on the agenda, and this means embedding it into the very fabric of services. So in terms of my work on the Digital Link U programme with Salford City Council, these are some of the key areas that sort of enabled me to make Digital U very much a talking feature and something to be continued to be invested in. So the community organisations, it was imperative that I got to know who they were, understand their culture, their identity, the people they support, what was the motivation behind people accessing the digital skills. Was it the holistic wraparound support that these organisations was offering? Was it the relationships? And actually it was a combination of factors. In terms of digital inclusion, it was very important for organisations to see that I was visible, accountable, and there on hand to really understand what the barriers enablers were for both the community organisations, but also for individuals. Problem solving. essential, knowing how to identify problems and creating solutions and opportunities for resolutions was key. Recognition and promotion. A lot of the online centres work incredibly hard and are very grassroots based. And so often or not, they go very much overlooked. So really promoting the positive work that they were doing was critical. In terms of sustainability, funding was just, you know, something you can't get away from. Everybody needs funding on a certain level. So finding funding opportunities was important. I was able to do this through accessing the support that's available through Good Things Foundation, but also understanding that opportunities that were coming through the council and community organisations. Also, local partnerships and strategic partnerships, getting people to talk, understanding what and how digital inclusion could be developed, and then as well as obtaining devices and resources. So throughout the whole of the programme, I've had to remain solution focused in terms of the community organisations and raising their profile and getting partnerships going. This involved the creation of newsletters, digital cafes, which allowed centres to come together. This now has evolved into a digital group where stakeholders are invited, and they provide updates of any funding or any news that's coming out. Social media, using social media such as Facebook and Twitter to advertise the positive work that was going across the city. Capacity building, I trained digital champions, members of the local public, to give back to community organisations by offering digital support. I also provided, alongside my manager, trainer support to Salford City Council workers, who would then be able to train their colleagues to develop ways of talking about digital and encouraging members of the public who access their services to gain digital, as well as brokering relationships with corporate partners. In terms of promoting partnerships, partnerships was done on a local level as well between community organisations, between the online centres themselves, mobilising peer support, attending network meetings, and also in terms of sustainability, Media City. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but in terms of Salford, Media City is very much a high-tech, innovative business park, and there's a clear discrepancy between the digital skills that are happening there and some of the surrounding areas of Salford. So I invited the digital chief digital officer to visit some of our online centres, and that resulted in him donating some devices. I just wanted to talk to you about three key best practices that I've seen, or just things that I've really appreciated happening across the network. One has been a way that a centre has worked with schools devising parent contracts so that parents receive digital support outside of school hours, the use of various apps to manage their business and engage with learners. There's also the Golden Centre, who's devised some pathways to vacancies through agencies such as Blue Arrow, and therefore their learners are well positioned to apply for up and current vacancies, and helps them with their employability. And then there's Choices, CIC. That centre has developed a relationship with a construction company and those people that access their services are able to apply for a CITB card, and that means that the centre can then be reimbursed by the job centre and support that person's employment pathway. And then in addition to that, they've created a relationship with an organisation called SMART, and learners can receive 5 items of clothing. So last 3 things to do, and just to motivate digital inclusion within your local parishes. Definitely promote partnership with the Good Things Foundation. Encourage community organisations to join our online centres network, and take a look at Get Online Week, our flagship campaign, where there's free resources and ways to engage the local community. Thank you.